Hey everybody, I'm Justin Bohn.
And I'm Mike Val.
And this is the Bohn and Zano Zone, where we are always on the lanes, off the charts, and on the mic. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Bohn and Zano Zone podcast. And good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Justin, and happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Welcome to our first episode of Breakfast with the Champion.
This is Breakfast with the Champion. This is the new one today, Justin.
Yeah, this came up very last minute last night, and I'm glad we could pull it off.
Absolutely. I mean, we're a big deal, and our guest is a big deal. So this is a good one. This is going to be a good one.
Absolutely. So do we have a Mike Val signature introduction written up?
There is no signature introduction. I mean, this guy he's the most eccentric personality on the tour, number one. So I'm not going to give him the typical intro. He doesn't need an introduction. His personality speaks for itself. His game speaks for itself. And he is the first 3-time winner on tour this year. So I say we bring him on, the one and the only, Kyle Troup. My man, Pots and Pans. There he is. Hey,
good morning, fellas.
Look, he got some OJ. I got some milk.
Just orange juice in the glass, guys.
Breakfast with the champ, Justin. Cheers.
I like it.
That's how we roll here. Justin, take a shot of your water. Beautiful. Good morning, guys.
How's everybody doing?
Not as good as you, champ.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Doing okay.
Hey, he's got the hardware, Justin. He's doing better than we are, right?
That is very true. I lost to my brother yesterday, and
that's the worst. That's the brotherly love there. Yeah, I bet you're feeling it real nice.
Well, it happens, but when you double gutter in the middle of the match, it doesn't really help your score.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Bill did it once, so I missed it, but then I ended up seeing it. So, it happens.
Justin, I'm going to give you credit. You bowled great all weekend, and Kyle, they bowled on some like 2-1. They were pretty ugly. They were really ugly.
Ooh.
And Justin had the noodles yesterday in the first round of the finals. He did. He bowled what, 250, 260 the first game.
Yeah,
the noodle. I like it. That's a new one.
He had the noodle, and then he hit another pair where nobody bowled like 160, and that was a double gutter pair, right, bud?
No, it was the pair. It was a fresh pair.
Was it really?
Yeah. I went to a pair that a left-hander bowled on, O'Grady bowled on, and Alex Horton bowled on. They both played in.
Did O'Grady win the tournament?
No, he was one of the
leaders. I've seen him win like tons of stuff lately, so I figured he probably won that one. He didn't get that one? All right.
He was like one of the top 3 scorers after qualifying, and then bowled like 140 the first match.
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, they were ugly, Justin. You bowled phenomenal. Brandon bowled really good, but they were filthy.
Yeah.
It kind of looked
2-1.
like,
yeah, that sounds fun.
It kind of looked like Kyle Troup's right lane on the telecast yesterday.
Yeah, that thing was a hoot, man.
How bad was the right lane, dude? I mean, you had it. Good luck with the urethane.
Yeah, so I mean, the right lane, it really wasn't too bad, honestly. Like the urethane, like just kept going away. Like every time they would re-oil, like we'd do a new show, so they re-oil, and it would just start hooking earlier and earlier. And then in the last match, it happened in my third shot, and I was like, really, like already? So I'm like, okay, well, can't throw this ball anymore. And once I moved in, like honestly, I'd never really done that before on TV, like but I've been practicing that angle a lot, and then on the practice pairs throughout the day, that was definitely the play. Kind of just throw it to the gutter, and just hopefully the guess was right. And whenever I made that change in the first match, that kind of gave me the confidence, like okay, that's going to be the next move. And luckily I was able to commit to it and pick the right ball. The axiom was definitely good for the right lane because it was definitely wet dry. It was very clipped, especially because of a little bit of urethane.
Did they play similar to they did on Saturday? I mean, sometimes they were a little bit different day to day and whatnot, but were they pretty close than what they were on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, they were. They just start hooking a little earlier just because you keep oiling the pair over and over. So other than that, but they played pretty similar. But you could definitely see the ball changes happening faster in the matches, and I actually had to ball change in the last game against Simo on the right lane in the fifth frame. I switched axioms to a weaker pin one, And that gave me a little more angle down lane, and then that's what I needed to get through the rest of the match.
Yeah. Kyle, you made a ball change in the middle of the first step ladder match against Prather. 299 on Saturday, leader in Group 2. You go down 0-1 and make the ball change in the middle of Game 2. How crucial was it to make that ball change?
Man, I got to think back because I feel like I was just ball changing all over the place for 2 matches. Like I was switching, several times. But so are we talking about from the urethane to the resin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was the call. Like I had a pin down urethane that I threw a little bit on Saturday. But then that was quickly pretty much out of play on Sunday, just because it started hooking earlier. So I had to pin up urethane, but I knew that one was starting to get lazier faster and faster every time we went over and bowled more on the pair. So I pretty much knew that was going to be the move. And at that part in the match, I remember he had, I think, front 4 and then he spared. So luckily I would be tied in the match because I was still bowling 270 at that point, I believe, or 270 even. And I had to make a change. I mean, I was like, this is it. I'm not going to win if I try and make this black ball strike. Like I've tried for a game and a half now. Like I've given it long enough, probably too long. So, that's just a decision you have to make. And, talking with Sean and Matt, we knew that was the decision. And, honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do until I was kind of walking up there and I was like, all right, yeah, I guess I'm a ball change. Got to go for it.
You had the ball reps there. Were the ball reps in the building with you with everything going on? Are they allowed in there or no?
Sean, like we're allowed one guest or caddy, for the tournament. So there's a few people down here. So but with all that, it's still the moment. I'm like, I think I could make this ball strike because I've been striking with the pitch black plenty. But as they just keep re-rolling the lanes, the transition just happens faster and faster. And I do think bowling against Simo though. The little bit of urethane helped me get into resin faster, with the few practice shots we get before TV. And then the 3 shots that I threw it, that was probably enough to stretch it out enough. That then made the other guys' balls transition a little bit where I was already prepared for the urethane transition, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, back to me bowling yesterday, it was like 1-2 didn't hook, and then anything left of 5 went dead left.
It sparked when he hit 5.
Yeah. So
we had a little bit of hold then from left of 5, but it was it all happened so fast. Especially going from show to show, like bowling Prather, that match it happened, and then before I knew it, we were turning around and bowling on the next TV show, and that's something I'd never really experienced before. I was like, wow, this is crazy fast. Like I need a minute to breathe. And so I kind of had to get comfortable in the first few frames against Simo because I really wasn't ready to bowl. Like I was talking to Matt and I was like, yeah, I'm just not even ready to bowl, honestly. Like we're about to go bowl. I'm like, I'm not even ready. Like, but we'll sit down and, start bowling because that's, it's time to go. We got to bowl.
Yeah. You say how different it was to go from basically one TV show to another TV show. Obviously with everything going on, the TV set had to be way different than compared to TV shows you bowled in the past. How different were they?
Well, yeah, like the show itself is still set up about the same. They have the few crew members here that they need to work. Everybody's wearing masks the whole time. If we're not bowling, we're wearing one as well in the building. But other than that, like the no fans thing is crazy. Especially for me. It's so weird to kind of I can't really celebrate with anybody, so it was kind of myself. Honestly, whenever we were bowling the qualifying portion, I was treating it like a pot game, like talking to the guys, and they weren't really talking back to me. And so I just kept micing in with Randy. We were just having a couple chats while we were bowling. And, but then I kind of, figured out, well, I guess I can kind of use that to my advantage a little bit and talk to them. If they don't want to talk back, that's fine. Like, so I was a little vocal throughout the shows. And, because I kind of felt like it was an action match type thing. There's no fans there and stuff. Like obviously we're bowling for a title and everything, but just the way that I treated it with the environment, really.
So it's kind of like you were kind of practicing almost like in a home center, just like the doors are locked and just doing your own thing basically, right?
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, so we have lanes and stuff throughout the day that we could warm up and practice on. And that was one of my main focuses, especially coming over to the TV pairs, beforehand, is just trying to keep it as slow as possible and really just treat it as how many shots I can make. And like, that's what I kept telling myself. It's like, it's 40 shots today. And then it's 40 shots today, like 2 matches of 20 frames, and just try and make the best shot possible and keep it very simple. And, you know, that definitely helped me get through the moment. Cause whenever I look back, I mean, I can't even really remember how some of the matches went. I can't wait to go back and watch it, because there were some pretty big moments that, you know, I was able to handle quite well. I kind of surprised myself a little bit.
Yesterday was a really different kind of a show. There was a lot of things that happened that nobody's really ever seen before. I mean, I don't know if you watched like the first match with Duke. I mean, I've never seen a guy lose his thumb tape before. I mean, that's
so. Yeah, I was on the phone, and then I came in and kind of heard about it, and now I've seen it on Facebook and stuff, and that's crazy. Like, you know, it was 8 pieces of tape and the cork. You know, I don't really know much about thumb holes, guys. I've never used one,
yeah,
so
talking about it.
You know, like, it's kind of foreign to me. But yeah, I mean, he kind of told me about it afterwards, and you know, he said it all popped out, and you could see it come out, and that would have just taken so much longer. And the other thumb, I guess, is a little different or whatnot for his feel, and you could see he hung up in it.
And,
I mean, that sucks. Like, I mean,
yeah.
I didn't see it live. Like, I kind of missed it. But
as good as Duke is, like, you kind of had to think he wasn't going to strike in the 11th. It just with everything, and it was in his head probably, you know. And nothing against Norman, but I mean, you don't have that same feel. It's hard to throw one when you need one.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a mental guy too, like very in his zone, and that definitely got him rattled a little bit. I mean, you could clearly tell, like, that's something he'd never seen in his career. So, you know, he's kind of like, all right, well, I guess I got to just do this, because it would have taken, you know, quite a while for him to tape his thumb back up if he was going to do that.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that was.
And he's very meticulous anyway with that stuff, so he would have taken a sweet old time doing that. So then we got that one, Justin, and then we start off the Simonson match, leaves the 2-8-10, that's 7 spare.
Yep.
7 spare.
We were down on the practice pairs, and then we hear just this big old uproar. Like, Randy goes crazy in the booth, and
Duke was in the booth with him at that point.
He was?
Yeah, Duke was in the booth when he made that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were like, he had to make a split, and then we were like, I bet he 2-8-10 and made it back up. And sure as I'll get out, he made it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, Simo, you know, the way that he bowled, you know, he bowled great, you know, all week. And that's the thing, like, you know, coming out of the pandemic and stuff right now, you know, some of us have bowled more than others. I personally have bowled a ton. I've been bowling as much as I could and feel really sharp, you know, so it definitely feels good to pay off to get a win during the summer, you know, events and stuff with everything going on. But that's a guy that really hasn't bowled too much. You know, he's got the new center and whatnot in Vegas, so he's been working a lot, and he's just so talented. You know that he's still going to be able to bring his A game, and it was pretty cool to get to bowl him too. You know, that was something, you know, we had talked about at the beginning of the week. You know, like, hey man, we're in opposite pods, we can bowl each other for the title, and we're rooming together, and we actually did. So that was pretty cool.
Have you guys ever bowled each other on TV before?
So we bowled each other in the strike derby. You know, he beat me 13-12. But before then, the Players Championship last year, when he won, he bowled 260 against me. He mopped me up. I mean, he missed once. So he's got me. So I guess we could still count the derby, because it was still a tournament. You know, it paid some money, not a title. But so we're 1-1. But I'd really say 1-2, because I lost the derby match and I wanted to win that one.
So how hard? Like, I look at it from Justin's point of view. Like, he bowled his brother yesterday in the round of 4, right? Now you're bowling your roommate for the title. I mean, how is that like coming back to your hotel or to your place? Like, I got the trophy, and you know, like, well, you throwing it in his face, like, hey, Simos, I got one for you, bud.
So, like, that's the thing. You know, whenever I won, you know, I was around the bowling center for a little while, you know, taking care of things, and Simo came back to the house. So, like, had probably 45 minutes or so to an hour, and then we were all doing something. So whenever I came back home, I was kind of, I mean, I knew it'd be all right though, but it was a little like tiptoeing in, kind of walking in the house all quiet. But no, it was good though. You know, it is cool that, you know, we're able to pretty much enjoy the moment together last night, and that's what we did. You know, and then we talked about it a little bit, and you know, I'll give him the 1 or 2 pokes. but that's it. Samo's my boy. So, and I
So
know
Ju-
I don't want to poke the beast because I know I'll get it back.
So
tenfold.
Justin, I'm not going to ask the famous question like I normally do.
Okay.
So, who bought dinner last night, Kyle?
Well,
Tampa
we
Club?
were actually invited to dinner, so we
Even better.
it was covered, so
Yeah.
it was nice.
Even better, right, Justin?
I escaped, but I got a feeling I have to pay for dinner probably tonight. That's probably what's going to happen tonight. So
Yeah, there was a story when we had my dad on. He bowled his roommate at the time, Jason Couch, for a title on tour, and they left their wallets in their bowling bag, and their bowling bags were already on their way to the next stop. So
oh no!
at the time, Dad was only dating my mom, so it was my mom, my dad, and Jason. Dad had just won 48,000. Jason just won 24,000, and Mom had to buy dinner.
That's perfect.
Well, it happens. It
Yeah,
happens,
I mean,
right?
it happens. I'm sure she got a dinner back. Like, that's the
sure.
thing. Like, they just get to add it on. But tonight Samo could be the king, so I'm gonna try and cash in on dinner whenever he wins the king match. Like, all right, sorry, yep, you missed your chance. We're on to another tournament now.
So Justin, I'm going to throw one out here. So our man here is the first 3-time winner this year, right? On tour. Are you thinking about Player of the Year, Kyle? Is it going through your head now a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been going through my head pretty much, once I won the second time. Obviously with Belmo having 2 majors, really I think I'd need to win out. That's what I've been saying for pretty much the whole summer. Like, and that's kind of what's been driving me a little bit to practice. And but I would still think I need to win again. I think I would need to win the playoffs probably because Belmo still has 2 majors. He's leading every category. Like, I would still pretty much say Belmo's got the Player of the Year. But it's definitely been something that's on my radar. I've talked about it before this event. I knew that I needed to win this one to pretty much keep that alive. So I guess I'm putting my name in second, right now for that. So, but now we just wait and see what's going on with the PBA and everything, and the whole COVID stuff, and hopefully we get to bowl some more events, and we'll just play it by ear. But I'm going to keep working as if we've got a bunch of stuff coming up to bowl, and I do have some other events that I'll be bowling in, and we still have King of the Lanes now, so we're still just going to keep working, enjoy it a little later, maybe whenever I get back home, but might enjoy the beach a little bit today, and then get back to work.
Well, beach is a good idea.
That is true. Mike's been in the beach
6 feet apart, from 6 feet away from anybody else.
Hey, yeah, safety first. Wear your mask.
Yeah, so
always. Yep. I'm gonna get a nice mask tan for TV on Wednesday. If I go lay out in the sun for about 8 hours in the next 2 days, I think I could have a mask tan.
Is there a Team Afro fish mask for sale anywhere, Kyle?
No, I haven't dove into the mask market. I just rock the simple medical mask. Yeah, I'm pretty plain Jane when it comes to masks. I just try to, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I'll wear them when I have to. So, I just kind of keep them on. It's not really my thing, but it is what it is. We'll all stay safe and healthy.
Hey, if you're able to bowl and you got to wear it, right? That's all that makes a difference. You wear a mask, bowl, and just get it over with, right?
Whatever we have to do. Yep. Whatever we have to do, guidelines to follow. That's a good thing with like Bolero. Because right now the center, with everything going on, they're still able to have this event and stuff. So that was nice. And they make sure, pretty much you got to have your mask on the whole time unless you're bowling. Whenever we're practicing and stuff, like whenever we're walking around the bowling center, it's good to see all the guys, having the masks on and stuff like that.
And you have the center to yourself. There's not like anything else going on in the building.
Yeah, they close it. Yeah, they close it. Huh. So it's nice. Good for the shows. It kind of sucks without the fans. Like I said, but there's still a camera. There's still TV. So.
And you know what? And Justin, I've asked this before. I think I asked the Prather when he bowled in with the World Championship. Like, if you're bowling a guy, let's say you're bowling Simonson, I put the roommate thing aside for a second. But if you throw a big shot, say you like a 3 or 4 bagger, you take the lead. It's kind of hard to like give him the business because there's nobody there, isn't it? Like kind of like throwing it right in your opponent's face a little bit, or no?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Like that's the thing I love about it though. Like that's why I said like I kind of treat it almost like an action match. Like I didn't really do too much like gamesmanship or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't really look at it as gamesmanship. Like I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna act my way, and then like now I think back to it, I talked to my opponents a little bit. Like me and Samo are buddies, so like we can chit chat and stuff. And heck, we was talking about Wesley Lowe's 900 in between the commercial break because Samo went and looked at his phone. So we were chatting about that during the break and everything. But I think I mean, as much as I didn't like not having the fans, I really like the head-to-head environment. That 4-person bowling, that was the fastest 299 I've ever bowled in my life. Like that was the fastest game because we never really sat down very long because it's constant bowling because you have 4 people bowling at a time. And that was a fast game. But, once we got to the head-to-head thing, I really like it because it shows some emotion. Whenever I threw the 3 in the 10th against Prather, I'm definitely going to let him know something. Like, you got to step up and throw 3 in the 10th to tie. Like, I mean, this is it. Like, and but that's what we live for. Some of those moments.
More pressure throwing 3 in the 10th against Prather or throwing 3 for 300?
3 for 300. I was more nervous about 300. Like,
really?
Yeah. Well, and just the moment was so much different because that was just game 1 of 4. So it's not like I can win anything. And I was pretty much trying to bowl 300 because right before we went on, Coley's there and she's like, all right, you got to follow that. And then like the 7th frame, I'm thinking, how cool would that be if I could do that after Coley just said that because Butter's bowling 300. And then I'm like, no, Kyle, stop thinking about that. And then whenever I got to the 10th frame, I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and just think about bowling 300. And then I freaking threw it hard. Like I was really upset. For
Justin,
the rest of the night.
The only good thing is he didn't leave the nickel for 299.
That is very true.
yeah, the next frame, like, and that's my hit. Like when the 5-pin falls on TV, that's like the reason why I made TV that week. Is normally because I'm getting that hit. So when that didn't fall the next game, I was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. If the 5-pin's standing, I'm in trouble.
So what's on the rest of the schedule? I know you said you're booked up for August one. I mean, we don't know what the tour is. So Weber Cup, obviously. I mean, you got a bunch of regionals. Like what's on the Troup schedule?
Yeah. Let's see. So we just have little local stuff for the next week or two, but then as of right now, there's the New Mexico Open. A big tournament. I don't know if that still is going on. I'm doing an event with the military, I believe, and Bob Learn. So working with him. And then, we do have the league coming up and, then we get kind of through August and just little stuff kind of really just trying to piece together, do some bowling. I've been doing a little bit of bowling. I was in Texas a couple weeks ago and then bowled a regional in Ohio last weekend. So it's been interesting and, nice to see what all the different bowling centers are doing to, follow the guidelines and prevent and be safe, and with all the bowlers pretty much following the guidelines. Like I guess in Columbus and whatnot, they're complaining about people not wearing masks, but if you don't have to wear them when you're on the lanes, if they don't require it, well, then I guess it is what like if you want to wear it, okay, but so I understand people's look on it's not a good thing, but really you can stay away from people and do your own thing and you'll be okay. I think like I don't want to like I don't ever outspeak and try to like cause
you don't want to stir the pot.
I don't want to stir the pot or anything, but you can still be socially distant while you're bowling and stuff, and I think that's the one thing to focus on. And that's what the few events that I've been a part of, people try to do that, and there's still some bowlers that wear their mask while they bowl, and that's awesome. Like I personally, it's way too hot for me.
Yeah.
So I already got a head full of hair. Bottled up with a mask too. It's a little warm for me.
Yeah, like we're bowling. So there's like they're running sweepers at the place in Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes from where I live, and then we just bowled the tournament yesterday at Howell, which is 20 minutes from where I live. Obviously, 2 different states. Pennsylvania, it's check your temperature, sanitize your hands when you walk in. And then when you walk in and you're bowling, no mask is needed.
Yeah.
When you're bowling at Howell, it is mask the entire time. When you get up on the approach, pull it down, turn around, pull it back up.
Yeah, when we were in Texas, that's how it was. We had to wear them. I wore them under my neck, and then when you stepped off the approach, you had to have your mask on. And, we had 100 people, and I don't think anybody. I haven't heard any bad thing from it, and I turned out okay. My throat's still here. I'm doing all right.
So I got one.
Wear your mask though. Wear your mask, people.
Yeah, that's coming from the champion there. That's the champion's advice. Wear your mask.
Phone, wallet, keys, mask.
So I got one, Justin. So how different would it be, like, if everything kind of plays the same, like with the way the world is now, if the league takes off this year, but there's no fans on the Bayside? How different would that be, bowling in that building with nobody there? I mean, that is the place to bowl.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we would bowl there then.
Really?
If that was to happen. Yeah, I think I don't think the PBA and everybody would let that happen. Like, if we can't work it out that way, then I think they would find some other way. But that's just me personally. I don't really know. Like, Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call.
Oh, hey, champion.
Sorry, Nate. Sorry, Nate.
But
he
Justin,
called me last night. I was busy.
That's a good question, though, Justin. Right?
Like, thinking I'm big timing it.
Well, you're on our show. I mean, now you've really made it.
We're there now, baby.
But honestly, like, that's a good point, though. If that the whole atmosphere up at Bayside Bowl is just unbelievable, right? I mean,
it's
probably something. Yeah,
it's what makes the PBA league right now. Yeah,
yeah. And so if they don't have that, like, would they, like you're saying, probably move it to another location? I mean,
I would think so.
That is
but that is the league, and as of right now, they have the date September 26th to the 28th. I guess it just depends on the international players, I would imagine, and obviously the guidelines moving forward. I guess everybody kind of gets pushed through the end of July and stuff like that right now, so we're kind of on a month-to-month basis with everything, which kind of sucks, but it's what we got to deal with right now.
That and the international guys, they can't travel too.
Yeah, with the borders and everything, I don't even know with all the different country what's going on. Yeah, I barely know what's going on in ours right now. So I try to stay within the borders. But I mean, we're blessed to get the bowl right now, though, so that's nice.
That's very true.
It is. So, Justin, fire another one here. I feel like I'm doing all the talking here. It's my partner is just like sitting there in his little square doing nothing here.
He's enjoying the show, Mike. Yeah. We're just working the show, man.
It's the Michael Kyle show today. Justin's our guest.
So obviously you've won 3 titles this year, 2 coming pre-pandemic, 1 coming yesterday. What was it like winning a title with another one of your good buddies, Jesper, being the second time you guys have won that event?
So winning the doubles. So you're asking about the doubles?
Yeah.
Yeah. So winning that, that was, still a special time. Obviously, we won it for a lot of reasons. But just the way to dominate that week, we led by so much, and we had talked about that event for a long time because, I think our chemistry has built so much more in the last year, rooming together on tour. And so we had really been looking forward to that event. Oh my goodness. Guppy's calling.
Take the call.
Yep.
Take the call.
No, it's all right. They can wait. And I'll call him back. The doubles. Yep. So whenever we won that, we had been talking about it for a long time, and to have Guppy there for the whole week, it was, really special for the family and for us, and and Jesper, the week that he had, watching him then win the singles right after, that was probably the coolest day ever. And so that was pretty sweet.
And that was at Woodland, right?
Yeah, that was at Woodland. I hadn't really bowled that good there in the past either. So, that was somewhere that, I kind of got some redemption from. And I kind of feel the same way with this week down in Jupiter. I mean, this is now the 3rd tournament I've bowled here, and I feel like I got pretty screwed out of both of them. I lost to Belmo by a pin in the BES, and then lost to Simo in the Derby with 12 strikes. So, redemption week, I guess you could call it.
Justin, you should ask him the question then, since we're talking about Woodland.
Yeah, so we've asked this a few times. Mike does a thing at the end of every show. We go one-on-one with Mike called 10 Frames of Questions, and he always asks, "What's your favorite and least favorite center to bowl out on tour?" And a lot of people have said their least favorite is Woodland because they can't score.
Yeah,
Except
I've
if you're
never
Jesper.
really. Yeah, his ball strike's just fine there. I've never really had a problem with Woodland. Obviously, the favorite place is Bayside Bowl. Yeah, that's pretty. I still stick by that answer. It's the way bowling should be is how they advertise it up there. It's pretty true. It's a pretty awesome place. Somewhere I don't like to bowl. Man, it was a great time, but wherever we had the North Rock in Wichita.
Ooh.
Only because I bowled like 270 for 2 games and I bowled so bad there. But other than that, I love the center and it was a great time. Like I loved Wichita. But I really don't dislike any centers. Maybe just somewhere I bowl bad at. But then I want to go back and try again. So, it's like I didn't bowl too good in Houston for July 4th and they were pretty tricky. So I was like, yeah, I like that center. Like I want to go back.
You get off the horse. You fall off the horse, get right back on, right?
Yeah, you got to keep on trucking.
All right. I got another one from your 10 frames of questions, one of your staple ones. Boy. You're going to the USBCs. You got 4 other guys. Who are your 4 other guys? Who's your doubles partner? And obviously, we want to see it with no rules. So,
all right. So, well, I got to have Jesper. Jesper's my guy. I'll take him at Nationals with the urethane ball any day of the week.
No brainer.
I'll take. I mean, honestly, I got to take Simo because he's ruthless. He can do anything on the lane. And then, man, I'd have to think now. I'd take the 2 two-handers, but then we need some. But then we got to get rid of some rev rate. Like we can't have too much more then at that point. Honestly, like I've never really thought about this. I'm kind of just off the cusp right now, but.
Do you bowl the USBCs, Kyle, or no?
Yeah. I bowl with Chris Hans and Ryan Whitney and just some guys back home and stuff from North Carolina and Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
If I would really want a straight player. So, I'm just going off of PBA guys. It's pretty much everybody that's here, but you got to go with Norm Duke. Got a straight guy, Duke or Barnes. I've really enjoyed. But honestly, I'd probably go with Barnes because I really enjoy bowling with him. I bowled the Weber Cup a few times with him now, and we really. We've crossed together a few times. We've broken down some pairs at the World Series together. We did a good job working together. And then, man, I don't know. I'll take Liz Johnson. Have a female on the team.
That's can't get much straighter than that.
There we go. I think we're good. 2 straight, 2 hook it. Let Jesper go to work.
And Simo can throw the backup if the left is really good. If the right's a little tricky.
Simo can do anything. Yeah, who knows where he's going to play? He can play 1 to 40 both ways.
Justin, we forgot we used Kyle's dad in the trivia contest. We used the Gupster as a question, if you remember.
I remember that his name was brought up. Oh, that's the question just came back. Yeah. I remember that.
So we did like a little trivia game show here a couple weeks ago, Kyle, and we used Guppy as one of our questions. And Matt McNeil, the Encyclopedia of Bowling, was the only one.
Oh, yeah.
He got it right. And the question was Guppy's real name and where was he born? Would we know he's not born in the States?
Yeah.
And John Guppy Troup, born in Scotland.
John Douglas
Troup, born in Scotland.
Troup. Yep, born in Scotland. Yeah, McNeil knows everything. Like he was talking about bowling with somebody yesterday. I'm like, oh my God. Everything about bowling. I know nothing about bowling compared to him. Like, oh, it's bad.
So, Justin, I see a question in the chat. Why don't you pull that one up? I think you're going to see the same thing. What I'm looking at.
So, what are your thoughts adding the ladies to the PBA league? Obviously, that was a big thing that happened not too long ago. We just did a draft show. What are your thoughts about them bowling now being 12 teams in the PBA league?
I see people complaining about it, people that don't like it, people that love it. Me personally, I think it's fine. Okay. Like you run the show, you can do what you want. And if you want to add ladies teams, I think it's great for bowling demographics. I think it's going to reach, seeing more women on TV, seeing women competing against the men. I think it can be great for publicity, for the PBA, the image, all that. You know, and they don't really have a tour this year. So I think it's great that they're getting to compete on television, you know, in something. You know, we've been blessed right now with the Derby and the Clash, and now the King of the Lanes, the Tour Finals, you know, stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool, and they're very talented. You know, I think they can keep up. You know, it's definitely going to be interesting. I think it's going to get a lot of people tuning into the league, you know, to root the ladies on. You know, they want to see, you know, maybe the underdogs, you know, pull it off. So I'm excited for it.
Justin, why don't you give them the idea we've had for the past 2 months now, what we've been saying?
So we've talked about having almost like a battle of the tours kind of PBA league, almost like a final match, is having the winning team from the PBA league, and this was before the ladies were added, a women's sort of league with
like it's like a series or something.
Yeah, like maybe with like 4 or 6 teams, and then having a PBA 50 team come and bowl and having all like the winners, like a battle of tours, a PBA team, a PW team, and a PBA 50 team.
Right. I like it. Let's do it.
It's good for bowling. I mean, you know, with the guys, the seniors obviously had nothing to bowl obviously this year, but it's good. I mean, we need the publicity. Bowling needs the publicity. And how many good guys are on the 50 tour? I mean, it's just legend after legend after legend. Yeah. My God,
tons of guys.
We've been mulling that over. We try to get things going here, Kyle. That's what we're like. We're trendsetters.
I like it. I love it.
We do a lot of talking. You know, we're trying, but you know, the women I think is gonna be good. But the one team, I don't know which one it is, Justin. The five. Which one was it?
The Phoenix Fury.
That was Kim's team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just that's like Murderer's Row, basically.
Shannon, Liz, Jordan, Richard,
Stephanie,
and then Maria.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong team right there.
Yeah, I mean they can hang with anybody. I mean that's just. I
mean they. I can't remember who's on the teams. I can't remember. Sorry.
Here's one. So, what is it like bowling with Timmy Mack as your coach, manager, whatever you want to call him? How that has to be unbelievable having that on the background, like in the back.
I mean, you know, me and Timmy have a great relationship, so you know, it's one of the greatest things ever to be able to talk with Timmy, and even if I am lined up, it's really great to have Timmy behind me because we really enjoy one another's company. And then whenever I need some help, you know, he's really good and somebody that's, you know, been there, done just about anything. And, you know, he's very knowledgeable and very, very smart, very able to help you focus, you know, and get into the moment. And that's been, you know, a big key for me the last pretty much year is just the mental side of it. And he's been somebody really good to bounce off of that as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's guy, he's closed more international tournaments than anybody probably in the history of bowling.
He's got great stories too. He's won everything. He's shot 300 for everything.
Yeah, we had
cars and watches and it's great.
Yeah, he was on with us, Justin, and he let it fly for a little bit. He told some good stories.
Oh yeah, but that was good.
So I got a question that isn't related to bowling.
Oh boy.
So
boy.
You're making a name for yourself on the PBA tour, but what would Kyle Troup be doing if he wasn't bowling on tour?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, man. You know, I've thought about that for a while. You know, I would hopefully say that I'd been out of Wendy's either way by now. Like, you know, because whenever I went to college for accounting, and that kind of wasn't what I liked. You know, kind of been studying the markets and stuff a little while now, but you know, honestly, I don't really know. You know, it would probably be working a job in an office somewhere, not really super happy. Like, you know, right now, I would probably be a little better at golf because I just started golfing about a year and a half ago. And I would be trying to get better at golf, maybe taking up that sport because I'm not very good at any other sports.
Did you bowl?
Up, you know, like.
Did you bowl in college? Did you bowl in college?
No, I didn't. No, because you know, even whenever around my area, you know, I moved up whenever I was 16 because the youth leagues and everything just weren't very competitive around where I lived, and I didn't really travel to any big tournaments and stuff. I wasn't very good. Like threw it hard and straight. That was about it. So that only got me so far. But that's a great question, but I don't have the perfect answer. That or I would be running a Wendy's, probably GM or a dish or manager of Wendy's, and because I was definitely shipping it at Wendy's. I was the Frosty King. Yep, there we go. Now I quit at Wendy's April of 2016. It was about a year after I won my first title. So I was still working whenever I won my first title. That was pretty cool. And then a couple people would come in and be like, "Hey, I seen you on TV." I'm like, yeah, here we go. Now we're making it.
I just got a text message from a buddy of mine from New York who's watching, and he's asking if you're gonna ever plan on going back to bowl the Donato tournament up that you won a couple years ago in New York.
Oh, where was that?
That was up in Schenectady.
Yeah, Schenectady. Yeah, okay.
You were up way to bowl the Masters, he said, and you popped in.
I remember that tournament now. Yep.
And Kyle ran him over. Go figure.
I bombed him at that tournament. Oh my God, I struck a ton. That was pretty crazy. And the match play, wow.
That's a good tournament too. I never bowled it.
Yeah, that was. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean the qualifying. It was a one day event and stuff. I would have to just find out when it is and maybe make it up there. But it definitely worked into the schedule then, so it might be a little difficult for me to get back up there.
The message just said, "Kyle, stay out of New York."
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm probably not trying to go to New York right now.
No,
he said hang out in North Carolina, chill.
He said he struck an awful lot in this thing. He said he struck an awful lot, Justin, in this thing in New York. I don't know how much you struck there, but he said you struck an awful lot when you bowled that thing up there.
Yeah, I shot like 1060 in the 4 games of the bracket.
For 4?
Wow.
Yeah, on 4 pairs.
Oh, hang in there.
On the leftover like 40-foot pattern. Yeah, it was dirty.
Oh, well, excuse me.
And then I bowled the Masters and almost made the show. So I was bowling good then. Yeah, they caught it on the hot streak in Schenectady. Yeah, that was a day. I don't have too many days like that.
Oh, stop! You're being modest now.
Oh, I save them for the big times now, I guess.
So what's how about this one? What's on the bucket list for Kyle Troup? I mean, is it Player of the Year? Is that the one thing? What do you want to add? What do you want to add to the resume to say, hey, I got it?
Really a major. That's the thing. I just missed the TSC show this year. Made World Championship and the Players Championship major shows, and I've just bowled bad, like kind of let them go. I think the moments were a little big then. Honestly, whenever I was bowling the tour finals and stuff, the moment didn't feel very big. I guess, if I look at it between, in the qualifying, it was definitely, pretty big moment and stuff like that. But then once we got into the head-to-head match play, I was really comfortable. Like, I could just feel myself being able to breathe a little easier. Like, and I'm very in tune with myself when I'm on TV and try to be as relaxed as I can. And, there's a difference when you can feel it in your chest that it's a little tight to breathe. And then whenever it's not, Yeah. And before certain shows, it's like that. But now I'm just rambling on and kind of lost where I'm going.
Well, I got another one, Justin. and I'm going to tie this one into Justin because of who he is. So I see it with Parker, with Justin and his brother, all the advice that Parker gives to the kids and whatnot, and stay in the moment and all that. What has Guppy been telling you? Like, has he given you any advice through the years? And as you're progressing on tour, has he been instrumental in your progression on tour, or is it just he's just kind of like sit back and enjoying the ride and watching you?
Well, Gup's definitely enjoying the ride. That's for sure. He's so growing up, he definitely taught me to have fun with it. The thing is, he really didn't teach me too much about bowling. I just came out and somehow started bowling two-handed. I'm the weird kid that started bowling two-handed. So, he really couldn't teach me too much when it came to bowling. He definitely taught me how to like not have an attitude and because he'd yank me off the lane, real quick. He was not afraid of doing that. But so he taught me to have fun. But as I get older and stuff, we talk a little bit about it. But for the most part, he's kind of just enjoying the ride with me. We're doing this together, and he's just hanging on tight to them 8 titles because beginning of the year, he was telling me that, I'll probably never catch him. And then I called him yesterday, and he's telling me how he needs to be on TV for the 8th one. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, now I see where you're going. But it's been fun. He's been enjoying it, and he's given me some good words along the way. But the big thing is to have fun, enjoy it. Enjoy it with the fans.
Justin, you know what you got to ask him? Ask him about the green jacket. This is a guy that I think would pull off the green jacket trick.
So we've had a few U.S. Open winners on our show. We had Danielle on, we've had Frankie on, we've had Belmo on. Would you, in the future, if you ever become a U.S. Open champion, would you ever wear the green jacket out just for fun?
Yeah, why not? Like, definitely wear it to the especially if I was going clubbing or something. Like, wearing my mask and my green jacket. Yeah, I'd be killing it. Yeah, definitely I'd wear the green jacket.
He's the guy that would do it, Justin. Finally, we got somebody to wear it.
I mean, come on. Well, if it gets dirty, you can just get it dry cleaned. Like, you get it cleaned up. Like, it's okay. It'll be all right. I'm sure the check spends too. Like, I'm sure the money spends well, and get more green jackets if you need it. Just go win another one.
Justin, I love it. Like, that's the guy who would wear the green jacket. Like, well, I'm going to frame it. We're going to hang it up. We'll put it in the closet.
I bet Weber's wore his jacket before. He's got 13 of them. He's got a whole freaking closet of green jackets. Like,
it'd be great if you were still working at Wendy's, hypothetically, right? You win the U.S. Open, you go back to work.
It'd be great.
You wear the green jacket, with a headset on it. Phenomenal.
Get the TV crew in for new commercials.
Sir, why are you wearing?
That's one thing I would need to be doing right now if I was working at Wendy's still. I'd be killing the Wendy's commercials. Oh, they'd have me on there. I'd be like, yeah, we need to get on the TV. Need to get paid give me some money.
And get
some airtime.
Get the royalty checks coming to Mr. Troup.
Yeah, there we go. That's the goal.
Justin, I love it. This is the perfect guest for us. He fits the bill of our show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, anyway, I got nothing else, Justin. I don't know about what you got on the old pad over there.
I think I'm good. I think we learned some about Kyle, and it was definitely a good time talking to the PBA Tour Finals champion.
And this is the guy I want to see. This guy pop one more off this year, and
then we're talking.
Bring Player of the Year back. The deal is this: if you pop one more off, you got to come back.
If I win the playoffs, that's it.
That was supposed to be a Carolier this year, correct? That was supposed to be a Carolier. The finals are a Carolier.
The finals, yeah. We don't even know anything about that right now. So hopefully we have it. But
if he pops off another one, Justin, he has to come back with us.
All right.
And even if he doesn't, he got to come back with us.
We'll do like a dinner or party with Kyle that time instead of breakfast. Like,
all right,
we'll have to do a party with Kyle.
I love it. So stay safe, man. All the best for the rest of the season, and wear the mask. Wash your hands.
Kyle, best of luck on Wednesday in the King of Lanes.
Yeah, give him hell this week, bud.
We'll appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on, man. It was fun chatting about some other stuff too than just the bowling tournament, man. Had some fun this morning.
That's what we do
good
here.
Stuff, everything you do. Hopefully see you guys again in the future.
Stay safe, man. Thanks, Kyle.
All right, guys.
Take care, buddy. And Kyle Troup, Justin. That was a good spot.
Yeah, that was a really fun time talking about a little bit of bowling, but a little bit of some extra stuff too in there. It was definitely a really, really good time.
Breakfast with the champ.
Yeah. So
not to be confused with tomorrow evening. We're not having dinner with the champ tomorrow, are we?
No, I think we're just gonna have not a normal show because we got obviously
royalty joining us tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So tomorrow night, be sure to tune in. We have Mike Albee in the booth at 6 p.m. right here, same place. You better come watch it because it's going to be a great one.
Yeah, that is like I've always said it. That's like the Mount Rushmore bowling right there. That is arguably he's one of the top 3 lefties ever thrown a bowling ball.
Yeah,
could be one of the top 5 bowlers to ever throw a bowling ball, regardless of their hand.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we'll be here tomorrow at 6.
Yes, we will.
And we'll be back on Thursday at 6.
At some point, I'm sure.
Well, we hope so. We normally do Thursday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We will figure it out, but we're good. And this was a good one this morning, Justin. So
Absolutely. It was a great time, and it's time to wrap this one up.
We can wrap this one up. Let's
we can make Chuck on the truck happen once again for sure. Maybe we'll do a Chuck and Timmy show again.
Oh my Lord.
We
did poll the audience and asked who they wanted to see back with us.
Yes, we did.
And we do have some pretty big names that come to sit with us.
Oh yeah. And there will be definitely more to come.
Definitely more to come. So until tomorrow, I am going to go back to work.
Okay.
Well, some people have to work for a living. Yeah. You're probably going to go practice.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's hot today here. It's about 100 degrees down here. It's hot.
It is very warm today, yes.
It is quite warm. But if you're going to bowl, be careful with the synthetic approaches. It's a little tacky.
All right. Everybody, stay safe. Go support your local bowling centers, local pro shops, anything bowling related, go support them. Wear your mask, stay safe. And if you're watching on Facebook, like and follow the page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. And as for now, I'm Justin Bohn, my partner Mike Val. It's the Bohn and Zano, where we're always on the lanes, off the charts, and on the mic. See you guys tomorrow night.
You got it, guys.